Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Dana Podal. I'm a physical therapist and a yoga therapist specializing in women's health. And this is a restorative yoga practice for when you're having really bad pelvic pain and period cramps right before or during your period. What often happens before your period or during your period is that the muscles in the lower abdomen, in your low belly, and the muscles in your pelvic floor, these muscles right here that sit at the base of your pelvis, these muscles often get really tense and tight, which can cause a lot of pelvic cramping sensation and a lot of pelvic pain around your period. A really great way to help pelvic pain around your period is by practicing restorative yoga. Restorative yoga is a wonderful practice to help your body relax and find ease. For this practice today, you're going to need 2 blankets. You can grab blankets from your couch or anywhere that's convenient for you. You're going to need 1 weighted sandbag. This is really helpful if you're having a lot of period cramps. If you don't have a weighted sandbag, feel free to grab a really heavy pillow or fill up a bag with rice. Get creative, just something that's heavy and also soft. 2 yoga blocks are also going to be helpful. And then 1 yoga bolster. If you don't have a bolster, go ahead to your couch, grab a big cushion that's nice and firm. All right? And then let's go ahead and get started with the practice. Go ahead, grab one of your blankets and take a seat onto your blanket so that your hips are a little bit higher than your knees. And we'll just take a moment and settle in. You might cross at your ankles if that's comfortable for you. Another option is butterfly with the legs, or you can even extend the legs out in front of you, any way that's comfortable. And we're gonna come into Yoni Mudra. This is where the thumbs come together and the second fingers come together, creating this downward pointing triangle and placing it right to your lower abdomen, to the space between your navel and your pubic bone. And if it's comfortable for you, go ahead and close your eyes. Feeling the palms of your hands resting on your low belly. And just starting to notice any subtle movement that might be happening beneath your hands. Maybe you notice a rise and a fall of your belly as you naturally inhale and exhale. And starting to really tune in to the lower abdomen and all the way to the base of your pelvis into your pelvic floor. This area that your hands are touching right now is the area of your sacral chakra. This chakra is connected to the element of water, a flow. And you might start to connect to this feeling of flow by deepening your breath. As you inhale fully, feeling your low belly expand into this downward pointing triangle. And as you exhale out completely, feeling your belly soften and move in and away from the triangle in your hands. So it's an expansion on the inhale, a stretching like you're filling up a balloon. And an exhale, it's a softening of the belly, feeling your hands move in and maybe a little bit up. This natural flow of the breath, moving with the belly. And to help deepen your breath and connect to that element of water, let's start to practice Ujjayi Pranayama. And that's where you inhale and exhale out of the nose, and you slightly constrict your throat a little bit so that you create a whisper-like sound, similar to the sound of the waves in the ocean as you breathe in and out. So it's an inhale fully through the nose, squeezing your throat. And exhale out of the nose, creating that whisper, wave-like sound in the breath. Inhale, the belly expands. And exhale, the belly softens. A sense of flow and ease, welcoming your menstrual cycle, your moon cycle, by connecting to the element of water. It's a downward flow, just like this downward pointing triangle. Let's try this for one more inhale. And Ujjayi, exhale, squeezing your throat. If your eyes are closed, you can keep them closed. Hands on the belly, and just start to rub your belly with your hands. Nice, easy, low belly massage. And then you'll take your hands together and rub the hands together nice and fast, creating heat, friction, warmth in the palms of your hands. And then hands over the eyes, staying connected to that flow of the breath in and flow of the breath out. You'll open your eyes and your hands, see some light come in, and then exhale and release your hands from your face. Big breath in, reach the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. And long exhale out, bringing the hands down in front of the chest. Again, inhale, reaching the arms all the way up. And exhale, bringing the hands down. Inhale, this time reaching up. Exhale, gentle twist over to your left side. You'll take your left hand back behind you, your right hand to your left knee. And it doesn't need to be the deepest twist. Start small. You inhale, get really tall through the spine. And then as you exhale, you rotate the upper thoracic spine a little bit deeper, feeling your right rib cage rotate to the left. Inhale, nice and tall. And exhale, twisting a bit deeper, connecting to the flow of your breath, to the element of water. Inhale, reach both arms all the way back up. Take your time, nice and slow. And exhale, twisting over to your right side. Right fingertips back behind you gently. It's the left hand to the right knee. In your period, your menstrual cycle, also called your moon cycle, it is a time to slow down. And this is the perfect time in your cycle, in this month, to go inwards, to practice slowing down as a ritual to regain your energy for the month to come. You can think of this period as a rebirth, as a time to shed the old and invite in the new. Good. On your next inhale, reach both arms all the way up. And exhale, palms press, bring the hands together in front of your chest. And let's go ahead and set up for the very first restorative. So what you'll need for this restorative, you're going to need 2 blocks, and you're going to need your bolster, blanket and the sandbag. So you're gonna need actually all of the props. So at the very top of your mat, you're gonna put one block on its lowest height, and then you're gonna take the other block and you're gonna lean it right on top, just on an incline like this. You'll take your bolster and you're gonna rest it right on top of the blocks. One of your blankets is gonna go right at the base of the bolster, just like this, to give you some cushion to sit on. And then the other blanket, let's go ahead and open up the blanket. And from here, you're gonna roll it into a skinny, long tube, just like this, okay? Make sure your weighted sandbag is nearby. And let's go ahead, take a seat onto the blanket and bring the legs into butterfly. Bottoms of the feet together, knees open out wide. The blanket that you rolled goes on top of the feet and underneath the knees. And then from here, rest the knees onto the blanket, lie onto the bolster. You're gonna take your weighted sandbag and put it right onto the low belly. Your hands, they can come onto the weighted sandbag just like this, or you can open them up by your sides to get a nice opening through the chest. If this is really bothering your low back, another option is to add a second blanket on top of the one that you're sitting on right now to elevate your hips so it's less of an extreme curve in your lumbar spine. I'm actually gonna scoot back just a little bit so it's a little bit more comfortable for my lower back. Perfect. And then opening up the arms. Final treat for yourself could be even putting an eye pillow over the eyes if you have that at home. If you don't, you can always take a towel or a t-shirt even and put it over the eyes. Restorative yoga is meant to be practiced in a quiet, warm, dark space. Dropping into your cocoon to restore your energy. Allowing yourself to rest as you pass through this time of the month. A rebirth, a pause to set intentions for the month ahead, while giving your body an opportunity to rest. And in this restorative, we're going to stay for about the next 2 minutes. But if you're doing this in the comfort of your own home, the beautiful thing about practicing yoga online is that you can press pause and stay longer. I really recommend, especially on your period, staying in these restoratives for up to 10 minutes to really get the full effects of pelvic floor and lower abdominal muscle relaxation. I'll let you know when the time is up. So allow yourself to rest. As you inhale, feeling your low belly expand all the way up into the weighted sandbag. And as you exhale, feeling your low belly soften, feeling the pressure, the weight of the weighted sandbag on your belly. Inhale, you expand. And exhale, you soften. Again, if you have the time, please, by all means, stay. This is wonderful if you're having period cramps, pelvic pain around your period. If you're ready to come out of the shape, we'll do it nice and slow. Start to wiggle your fingers, your toes around. You can even roll the wrists, turn your head from side to side. And the very first thing you'll do is close the knees together like you're closing a book. And then roll onto your left side. Come off of the props and just lie down onto the floor. In this position, take a nice inhale. And exhale, dropping into the support of the floor beneath you. And then go ahead, press your hands into the floor and rise all the way back up to a seated position. All right, we'll set up for our next restorative supported child's pose. So for this one, let's go ahead and take the blanket that's already on the mat and bring it a little bit towards the back of your mat. And from here, you're going to need both of your blocks. And you're going to need your bolster. And you're going to rest the bolster right on top of the blocks like this. And you want to make sure, so I need to bring these blocks a little bit closer, that the bolster can go in between your knees and very up towards your low belly. If you have any knee pain, knee sensitivity, maybe some osteoarthritis in the knees or a history of a knee replacement, I would actually come up a little bit higher so that you're not sitting all the way down onto your heels. You can do this by putting blocks underneath your pelvis or just starting a little bit higher and leaning forward, okay? If the knees feel fine, hug the bolster in towards your chest just like this and go ahead and lay on top of the bolster. If you feel right away that it's a little bit too high, all you have to do is take out one of the blocks. Yeah, that feels a lot better for me. And rest your head down. The final touch, this weighted sandbag, you're going to take it and you're going to put it on your low back for some extra support, almost like a little massage to your lower back. You can take a nice big breath in, this time feeling your lower back expand up into the weighted sandbag. And as you exhale all the way out, feeling your low back soften against the weighted sandbag. It's this rise and fall of your lower back as you inhale and exhale. Again, pausing here for the next minute. But if you have the time, staying for up to 10 minutes, allowing your body to rest. And about halfway through, turn your head to the other side. Just getting a nice stretch on the other side of your neck. Continuing to breathe deep down into your lower abdomen. That inhale, filling your low belly. And lower back, and then as you exhale, both the lower back and the low belly soften. Inhale, expanding. And exhale, releasing, softening. Let's go ahead, take one more big full breath in with your head turned to this side. And it's a slow, long breath out. Again, if you have the time, please stay longer. If you're ready to come out, wiggle fingers and toes. Turn your head towards the bolster very, very slowly. Walk your hands back. Take the sandbag, let it fall to the side, and sitting up nice and tall. You can either stay seated like this in hero's pose, Virasana on the knees. Again, if this bothers the knees, take a seat onto your bottom. We'll come back into Yoni Mudra, downward pointing triangle, 3 cycles of breath right to your lower abdomen. Coming back to that Ujjayi breath, that soothing wave-like inhale. And exhale. And after your last exhale, we'll set up for the final restorative, legs up the wall. And for this one, you need a little less props, but you'll need to move towards the wall. And go ahead, you're gonna take your yoga mat. We won't need the blocks, so you can put those to the side. You're gonna take your yoga mat and you're gonna turn it towards the wall. And then from here, take one blanket and set it up so that it's some nice cushion that's going to go underneath your bottom, and you'll need the other blanket as well. And you'll need your weighted sandbag. So from here, to get into legs up the wall, the best way to do it is by starting lying on your side, just like you're going to sleep at night. Lie on your side, bottom is towards the wall, and then you go ahead and you roll onto your back, scoot your way towards the wall. You'll take the other blanket and you're gonna put it around your feet. The thing about restorative yoga is that the setup takes more effort, but then once you get into the pose, it's so worth it. So take the time, get comfortable, put the effort into setting it up so it's just right. You'll take the weighted sandbag, again, put it on your low belly. If you have an eye pillow, another great time to use it. You can open up your arms by the sides. You might put the hands on your belly. And then you drop in. Once again, feeling the rise and the fall of your inhale and exhale. Feeling your belly expand and your belly soften. Restorative yoga is truly the practice of doing less. Just like when your period comes, it is a time to practice doing less. I highly recommend taking the first 3 days of your period to try to limit how much you put on your schedule, limit the amount of social interactions that you have. Just taking a lot of time to be more introverted, going inwards. And you can really see it as a preparation for the month ahead. It's like a setup for success. It's a great way to prevent burning out and to help ease menstrual cramps. So take this time. There's nothing to do, nowhere to go. We'll be here for the next minute, allowing your body to rest. If you have the time, please stay. You can stay up to 10 minutes. If you are ready to come out of it, small, gentle movements to the fingers and toes. Bend your knees and very, very slowly roll onto your left side, being mindful of the sandbag, taking it off of your belly. You stay for an inhale here in fetal pose and exhale out. And press your hands down and find your way to a seated position. I always say, it's been a great restorative practice if you look around and you see that the props have kind of spread out and created a bit of a mess. Enjoy it, your little nest that you've created for yourself. And we'll just finish the practice by bringing the palms together, bowing the chin towards your chest. Taking a moment of gratitude for the wisdom of your body, the wisdom that comes with being a woman and having a period. Mark this as a sacred time in your calendar every month to take the time to nourish your body with practices like restorative yoga. I hope you're feeling wonderful and that you continue to take care of your body today. Namaste. Thank you.